Our Earth, a vibrant living world teeming with extraordinary life. It is a delicate tapestry woven over millennia, each thread connected, each species, each habitat playing its vital part. For generations, humanity has drawn sustenance and wonder from its bounty. But now our planet whispers a warning, a message carried on the changing winds and the rising tides. We have perhaps taken its resilience for granted. The balance is shifting, and we are the cause. The story of human progress has long been fueled by fire, coal, oil, and gas, the buried sunshine of ancient forests. These fuels powered our industries, lit our cities, and connected our world. They brought unprecedented change, lifting many from hardship. Yet this reliance has come at a profound cost. Burning these fossil fuels releases unseen gases. Carbon dioxide, chief among them, accumulates in our atmosphere. It acts like a warming blanket, trapping heat. The consequences are now all around us. Our climate is changing. Clean energy offers a different path, a way to power our lives in harmony with the natural world. Imagine harnessing the boundless energy of the sun. Its rays, falling freely upon the earth, can be captured by sleek, silent panels. Picture the great winds sweeping across oceans and continents. Their power, turned by magnificent turbines, can light our homes. Consider the restless motion of water, its currents and tides. All these are sources of immense renewable power. They are gifts from nature itself, waiting to be embraced. The transition to these cleaner sources is no longer just an option. It has become an urgent necessity. For the polar ice, which holds ancient secrets and reflects the sun's heat. For the coral reefs, those vibrant underwater cities, now threatened by warmer, more acidic seas. For the countless creatures whose survival depends on stable climates and healthy ecosystems. And indeed for ourselves, for our children and their children. The future of life on Earth as we know it depends on the choices we make today. This truly is a critical moment. In the East, a nation of immense scale and ancient wisdom is stirring. China, home to over 1 billion people, is undertaking a transformation of breathtaking ambition. For many years, its rapid industrial growth was powered predominantly by coal. This fueled its economic miracle, but also cast a shadow over its skies and its environment. Now, in 2025, we see a determined shift. A great green leap is underway. China aims to become a world leader in the clean energy revolution. Its commitment is reshaping the global energy landscape. The sheer scale of China's investment is astounding. Billions upon billions of yuan are being channeled into renewable energy projects. It is a national priority driven from the highest levels. This financial muscle is translating into tangible results at an incredible pace. China has become the world's largest producer and exporter of solar panels. It is also a dominant force in wind turbine manufacturing. Its factories are supplying the building blocks for a cleaner future, not just for China, but for many parts of the world. This industrial might is a powerful asset. Vast solar farms now sprawl across once barren deserts, their dark panels glinting under the sun. These silent sentinels convert sunlight into electricity on an industrial scale. Along its extensive coastlines and across its windswept plains, colossal wind turbines spin gracefully. They stand as towering symbols of this new energy era. The numbers are truly staggering. China is installing more solar and wind capacity than the rest of the world combined. This rapid deployment is a spectacle of modern engineering and national will. The transformation is also visible on China's roads. Electric vehicles, or EVs, are becoming an increasingly common sight in its bustling cities. Generous government subsidies and a push for domestic innovation have spurred a boom in EV production and adoption. Chinese brands are now competing globally, offering affordable and technologically advanced electric cars. This focus on electrifying transport is a crucial part of its strategy to reduce air pollution and cut carbon emissions. It signals a clear intent to dominate the future of mobility. Across the Western world, the journey towards clean energy has often followed a different course. Many of these nations were the birthplaces of the Industrial Revolution. They were also among the first to recognize its environmental consequences. A deep-seated tradition of scientific inquiry and environmental consciousness has long existed. This has fostered a culture of innovation, pushing the boundaries of what is possible in sustainable technology. The commitment here is often rooted in decades of research, public debate, and policy development. It is a more gradual yet deeply ingrained shift. Europe, a continent of diverse nations, has been a crucible for green policies. Germany's Energiewende, or energy transition, is a bold national project to shift away from fossil fuels and nuclear power. Though facing its own challenges, it represents a profound societal commitment. Denmark stands as a remarkable example of what can be achieved. This small Scandinavian nation is a global leader in wind power. It generates a significant portion of its electricity from wind, a testament to its pioneering spirit and consistent policy support over many years. Their expertise is sought worldwide. In the United States, the picture is perhaps more complex, a patchwork of federal and state-level initiatives. Yet American ingenuity remains a powerful force. Universities and private companies are at the forefront of developing next-generation clean energy technologies, from advanced battery storage solutions to breakthroughs in solar cell efficiency. While national consensus can sometimes be elusive, individual states like California have set ambitious renewable energy targets, driving significant investment and innovation within their borders. The spirit of enterprise is very much alive. It is not only the largest Western nations that make significant contributions. Smaller countries often lead by example, demonstrating impressive dedication. Uruguay in South America is a shining beacon. It has managed to generate nearly all of its electricity from renewable sources, primarily wind and hydropower. This remarkable achievement shows that a green future is attainable, regardless of a nation's size or wealth. These trailblazers offer valuable lessons and inspiration to the rest of the world. Their success stories ripple outwards, encouraging others to follow suit. When we observe China and the West in this clean energy race, we see two distinct approaches, each with its own strengths. China's strategy, as of 2025, is characterized by its immense scale and astonishing speed. The level of state-directed investment into clean energy infrastructure is, honestly, just unparalleled. In the past year alone, China's spending on solar, wind, and related manufacturing facilities has broken all previous records. This is not merely an environmental policy, it is a core component of its economic and geopolitical strategy for the 21st century. The sheer velocity of deployment is its hallmark. Consider for a moment the vast solar installations in provinces like Qinghai or Xinjiang. The Gobi Desert, once a symbol of arid desolation, is now home to some of the world's largest solar power stations. These mega-projects, covering hundreds of square kilometers, are a visible manifestation of China's capacity to mobilize resources and execute large-scale engineering feats. Similarly, its wind energy capacity continues to expand at a furious pace, both onshore and increasingly offshore. This ability to implement at scale gives China a formidable advantage in terms of raw output. Western countries, while also investing significantly, often showcase leadership in other equally vital areas. Many European nations, for instance, consistently top global sustainability rankings. This reflects a more holistic approach to environmental stewardship. It encompasses not just renewable energy generation, but also energy efficiency, waste reduction, circular economy models, and the protection of biodiversity. Their progress is often built upon decades of public engagement, robust regulatory frameworks, and a strong emphasis on long-term ecological health. This creates deep roots for sustainable practices. Denmark's pioneering work in wind energy, for example, is not just about the number of turbines installed. It represents a long journey of technological refinement, community ownership models, and careful integration into the national grid and landscape. Western innovation continues to drive the cutting edge. Research into new materials for solar cells, advancements in energy storage, and the development of green hydrogen technologies often originates from Western universities and companies. This focus on quality, innovation, and deeply embedded sustainability provides a different kind of strength. Despite China's monumental efforts in renewable energy, its path to a truly green future is fraught with significant challenges. The most prominent of these is its enduring and in some ways paradoxical reliance on coal. Even as vast solar and wind farms come online, coal remains the backbone of its energy system. It fuels a substantial portion of its electricity generation and heavy industry. This deep-seated dependence is proving incredibly difficult to unwind quickly, given the nation's immense energy demands and the structure of its economy. Indeed, one of the more troubling trends observed even in 2025 is the continued approval and construction of new coal-fired power plants in China. While these are often intended to provide grid stability and backup for intermittent renewables, their commissioning adds to the nation's overall carbon footprint. This has led to concerns that China's total greenhouse gas emissions may continue to rise for some years yet, despite its world-leading renewables deployment. It is a complex balancing act, a race against time within its own borders. Another significant hurdle is the integration of such vast quantities of renewable energy into the existing power grid. Solar and wind power are intermittent by nature. The sun does not always shine, and the wind does not always blow. This variability places enormous strain on grid infrastructure, which was largely designed for consistent centralized fossil fuel power. Issues of curtailment, where wind or solar farms have to be temporarily shut down because the grid cannot absorb their output, are not uncommon. Upgrading and modernizing the grid is a colossal task. Furthermore, China's dominance in clean energy manufacturing has begun to spark trade tensions. Western nations, while reliant on Chinese-made solar panels and batteries, are increasingly concerned about supply chain vulnerabilities and fair competition. Accusations of state subsidies creating an uneven playing field have led to discussions about tariffs and measures to bolster domestic manufacturing in Europe and the United States. These geopolitical frictions add another layer of complexity to the global clean energy transition, potentially hindering collaborative efforts. Faced with China's manufacturing prowess and rapid deployment, Western nations are actively recalibrating their own strategies. There is a renewed impetus to stimulate domestic clean energy industries and accelerate their own transitions. Landmark policies such as the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States are injecting substantial public funds and incentives into green technologies, from electric vehicle production to carbon capture. Similarly, Europe's Green Deal provides a comprehensive roadmap for achieving climate neutrality, spurring investment across member states. These are, honestly, significant governmental responses. Innovation remains a cornerstone of the Western approach. Research institutions and technology companies are relentlessly pursuing breakthroughs that could redefine the energy landscape. Advanced battery chemistries promise longer-lasting, cheaper energy storage. The quest for commercially viable green hydrogen, produced using renewable electricity, is gaining momentum as a potential solution for decarbonizing heavy industry and transport. There is also a strong focus on smart grid technologies and demand-side management to better integrate variable renewables and improve overall energy efficiency. As we survey the global clean energy landscape in 2025, a clear picture emerges. China has undeniably taken the lead in terms of the sheer scale of renewable energy deployment and manufacturing capacity. Its ability to execute vast projects at speed is transforming global supply chains. However, the West continues to be a powerhouse of innovation, pioneering new technologies and championing comprehensive sustainability frameworks. Nations like Denmark and Uruguay also demonstrate that leadership can take many forms, inspiring others with their deep commitment to renewable futures. Ultimately, the question of who is winning may be less important than how can we all succeed. The challenge of climate change is a global one, respecting no borders. While competition can spur innovation, collaboration will be essential to accelerate the transition worldwide. Sharing knowledge, coordinating policies, and ensuring a just transition for all communities are paramount. The future of our precious planet Its incredible biodiversity and the well-being of generations to come depends on our collective wisdom and united action. We must navigate this path together.